and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carla. Thank you so much for stopping by today and joining me as I put together my updated hot chocolate and coffee bar. The first thing that I always add to my cocoa bar are these two wooden tier trays. The first item that I'm adding to this tier tray is this stackable sugar and cream set that I purchased during the Valentine's Day season. I usually only utilize the top portion, and this is where I like to add my sweetener packets. Next, I'm adding my little stand. I found this at Hobby Lobby, and I'll be using it to display my sprinkles. The next thing that I'm adding to my tier tray is this white ice cream cone shaped container. I found it for $4.99 at HomeGoods. Next, I decided to store some of these Biscoff cookies inside of the ice cream cone container. The next thing that I'm adding is this Life is Better with Sprinkles little sign. I found it on Amazon's website. Now moving on to the bottom of the tier tray, I consider these mugs the star of the show. I found these at Hobby Lobby, and once I looked at them, I was inspired to do this whole ice cream setup. I've had this little ice cream bowl for years, and so I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to take it out of the cabinet and use it. I decided to go ahead and use the bowl as a way to store some of these coffee pods. And then I wanted to also store some of the cocoa pods, and decided because these mugs are pretty deep that I could probably store at least 3 pods per cup, and it worked out just fine. And now for the finishing touch to the tier tray, I'm adding these chocolate and strawberry ice cream cones to the top tray. I thought that they would go perfect with the whole Neapolitan ice cream theme to match the cups. Now moving over to the left side, the first thing that I'm adding is this white and pink honey pot, again something that I've been using since the Valentine's Day season. Next, I'm adding another one of these $4.99 white ice cream cone shaped ceramic containers from HomeGoods. Instead of adding cookies on this side, I decided this would be a great place to store my little silver spoons. And so as you saw before entering the spoons, I just added a little plastic bag for some height, and now I'm just displaying the spoons. I bought these, I think on Amazon, for about $6.99. The next thing that I'm adding to the tray is also another one of these little white stands that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I'm using it to display my chocolate sprinkles. The next thing I'm adding is another one of these Life is Better with sprinkle little stands, again, that I found on Amazon's website. And the final touch again at the top of the tier tray are these ice cream cones that I found from Hobby Lobby. Again, they are little sets of scented bubbles, so I thought they would just tie everything together well here. And at the bottom part of the tier tray, I'm just going to do the exact same thing I did on the other side. I just used the coffee mugs and the little ice cream cone bowl to store my cocoa pods and my coffee. The next thing that I'm adding to the hot chocolate / coffee bar, of course, is the coffee maker. This is a pink Chulux that I found on Amazon earlier this year. And I'm adding my last ice cream cone mug to the coffee maker. Next, I'm adding some additional food items to the hot cocoa bar. I'm starting off by adding these pink and white marshmallows. I believe I found them at my local grocery store, H-E-B. I just thought that they go perfect with the color scheme of the cocoa bar. I was going to stop here, but then when I was out at Marshall's, I saw these little bags of waffle cones that were filled with chocolate. I thought they would be a perfect addition to the cocoa bar. They're shaped just like little ice cream cones and they have chocolate on the inside. I decided to pick up two different flavors. This first one is chocolate, and then this next one is kind of like a minty chocolate. And so we'll see how they go. Now I'm back over to the right hand side of the coffee bar. I decided to add some syrup, and on this side I'm filling a container with some chocolate Smucker Sundae syrup. I'll be using this syrup to drizzle it over the whipped cream that I add to the top of my hot chocolate sometimes. Oops, I thought I was done, but I am filling it all the way up to the top. I always love adding themed napkins to my cocoa bar, and so I found these adorable Neapolitan colored napkins at Hobby Lobby. Just loved how the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry were included in the pack. And just like on the other side, I'm adding some additional syrup that could be drizzled over the whipped cream that I like to add to the top of my hot chocolate. This is caramel flavored, also from Smucker's. here's a quick shot of what the cocoa bar looks like, but now I'm moving on to some additional things that I will be adding to the shelf right above. Here's a large container of Folgers grounds. I'm using this large glass jar to store them, just so it's more aesthetically pleasing. And this is a lot of coffee, so it's going to take me a little while to fill it up. So now in this second glass jar, I'm going to use it to add some hot cocoa pockets. Sometimes I just want to, pop some in the microwave instead of waiting for one of the little cups to brew. And also, I found these at H-E-B. Now I'm moving on to the shelf that's right above the cocoa bar. Here I'm adding some white mugs, just some additional mugs that's standing on a little tree. And this is where I am placing that large container of the Folgers coffee grounds. And then to continue on with this ice cream themed coffee bar, I decided to add some ice cream cones to another jar that I have. They were on sale at the grocery store, and I thought they were just a nice, simple touch to the second shelf. On the other side of the ice cream cones, this is where I am placing that glass container of the hot chocolate packets. And then the last thing that I'm adding is another one of these coffee mug trees. Again, just some plain white mugs. I did find these at the Dollar Tree, so they were only like $1.25 a piece. So here's a quick sweep of this second shelf of the cocoa bar. Thanks again for stopping by and joining me as I put together my ice cream is better with sprinkles hot chocolate / coffee bar. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share. I hope everyone enjoys their summer, and I'll see you next time.